Good morning, gamers. I hope Season 4 has been enjoyable for everyone so far. I'm really enjoying what I've seen, and can't wait to dive deeper into corruptions and the Omen windows. I wanted to give an update on how my journey is going. This is the day after my first session, and today I will start Session 2, and hopefully end with empowered monoliths. As you can see, my first session was solid. The campaign was an absolute joke as a Warlock. The max roll guide was very well done, and I never felt lost. I started with Rip Blood and Wandering Spirits. The instant I became a Warlock and specialized in Fissures and Chaos Bolts, I became a god. I didn't die at all during the campaign, and my first death was around level 72. I got triple tapped by a champion on death effect. A rare giant throwing a rock at me and standing in a poison puddle. I was going to end my session around level 62, but wanted to at least get to level 70 and start my transition into Rip Blood. I ended the night at level 75, because it was so much fun. My practice run before launch obviously didn't include the transition, because this build wasn't in the game. Until Season 4, with all that being said, let's look at my guy so far, and how the build works. There are a couple mechanics in this build that I don't fully understand yet, but I'm strong and tanky, so I don't mind. Unclosing wounds in the Lich Tree is causing me to lose 8% of my health per second. But I don't know why my health stops going down after a certain point. My guess is endurance, but I'm not sure. No longer deathless. My amulet is corrupted, so my dexterity is now guile. It makes transplant recover faster, but I'll eventually replace this amulet for a proper one. I still haven't gotten all the proper gear for Rip Blood, which I think is the craziest part of this build. Once I hit 71, I bought all the uniques you see for this build. The amulet is the only required one, and I'm still not 100% sure if I like the boots. I found this corrupted helmet during leveling, and it's basically worthless, so I need to find something else. Here's the idea of the build. You toggle on Aura of Decay and Bone Curse, and then you run into enemies to spam Rip Blood. You should cast Fissure on cooldown to give yourself Torments, which boost your endurance and give you +3 spell damage per stack. Your Rip Blood triggers, Marrow Shards, and your Fissures instead cause spirits to hit you, which gives you the Torment buff. Bone Curse is an aura now, which makes this build a self-curse one. The amulet gives you flat ward per second for each curse on you. That's pretty much it. It's not a build you want to be at range with, but it's also not something like Righteous Fire or Death's Oath from Poe. This first echo I do is full of shrines. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm gonna skip it. I like Rift Beasts a lot, because of the loot, but I need to do more research to know if they're worth my time. One-shotting a loot lizard is always satisfying. I wish the build was faster, but I'm also used to zooming like crazy. The boots I'm wearing give a lot of endurance while standing still, and the build planner wants them to have a movement speed affix on it, to reduce the downside of Bone Curse slowing me. At level 80, I'm gonna buy a Twisted Heart. But other than that, the rares are gonna be something that I YOLO. The planner says damage on belt and rings, while getting defense with body armor and helmet. We'll see what happens. I'm not a fan of starting super fast builds, and then re-rolling, like a lot of people do. I like going from zero to hero, with whatever build I choose. Like I said, I went trade, and boy is it weird. I love trading in Poe and Diablo 2, because you're always trading items for items. But this is trading items for gold, which is really not fun. Rather than having it be like Poe, where you have multiple ways of getting divines, it seems like you just set your tree up to have lots of gold. I don't know why this feels so gross to me, but I'll see how I feel in a few days. As for the Weaver tree, it's pretty good from what I can see. It's not as daunting as the Atlas tree, but it's actually some form of customization, which is always nice to see. I watched this video on starter Weaver trees, so I like the idea of spawning just gold and EXP for now. I don't know where I want to go from here. Probably Woven Echoes and Champions 4 exalted items. I have zero idea how these imprint windows work, so that's a problem for me in the future. Overall, I'm really enjoying Season 4. Corruptions are about as good as they are in Poe, which means they scare me, and I won't do it. Omen windows are too early to tell. IMO, increasing the effectiveness of prefixes and suffixes seem like the go-to. I hope everyone is also enjoying blasting as much as I am. See you in the next update, smiley face.